Hi, good evening everyone. This continuing with my series till the end of 2020. This particular topic today is going to be about journeys. Okay, I have been on a journey myself for the past 2 days, and my journey is going to continue for another 2 to 3 days as I know it. As you can see, I am in a temple. It's called Kanakagiri Temple, somewhere near Gangavati, Koppal area, northeast Karnataka. Okay, I'm in a part religious, part historical, part spiritual tour on the way to discover what my rich land has to offer me, and also to discover myself in some ways. I needed the time and the space to clear my head to do a lot of things. I'm sure all of you agree that whenever we go on a journey, we enjoy. Okay, we enjoy not only traveling, we enjoy also being in the company of our loved ones. Okay, we enjoy eating out, we enjoy seeing different places, we enjoy a whole lot of different things. But at the core of all of this, I also enjoy spending time with myself when I'm alone. I might be with my family, but my thoughts are lots more clear. My thoughts are so much more central, focused. I get new ideas. I get to discuss things with an open mind with them many times because the environment does something magical. Okay. Maybe not all travels will be like that, but quite some of my travels have been so. Right. I'm sure all of you also have some journey like this. Coming back to the actual point of me choosing journey. Journeys need not be only travel as we know, like traveling from point A to point B. It need not be a particular destination also, but journey of life as well as I see it. I come to places like where I am like this, I'm very close to Hampi, okay, Hospet, the erstwhile Vijayanagara kingdom, alright, a place of historical importance for a whole lot of people. I might not have picked history as my subject during my graduate years, but history has been something that has interested me through and through all the time. And Hampi is a treasure trove for all such people. Whenever I come here, I feel so humbled. I feel so humbled. When I marvel amongst all the ruins, I feel what our ancestors and forefathers have left for us. They might not be exactly my ancestors, but nevertheless, people who have lauded, ruled over us, people who have seen the best for us, have left for us, and how much we have preserved that. Okay, it gives me a very humbling experience to say the least. Okay, and those journeys do a lot to me. Whatever little ego I have accumulated through other parts of my life, all get beaten down. All get beaten down whenever I journey to such places. Of course, being an Indian, being a devout Hindu, my journeys also include places of spiritual, religious importance, which gives me a lot of peace of mind, which gives me a lot of perspective as to what I am doing. Gives me a lot of inner peace when I see other devotees praying. Gives me a lot of things to think about when I see people's prayers being answered, people coming to temples to fulfill their vow or wish. And all this, I don't absorb just because I see it just the way I see it. I also think of it as experiences for me to probably emulate in my life. As I said, humbling is one part, emulating is one part. I also get to realize that life is not only about earning money, life is not only about positions, power, life is not only about aspiring, life is not only about you. Life is so much about so many other people. For me, what came easy might not have come so easily for other people, and those are the lessons that I learn when I travel a lot. Because when I travel, I have this habit of noticing other people as well, and that gives me a lot of perspective into the way they have thought about the same place where I am standing today. Where I am standing today. Isn't that amazing? Two, three, four, five, tens of different people seeing the same thing through different eyes, through different thoughts, and they make their own opinions. And we all travel for different reasons to the same place. So, what has your travel journey been? It might not be to similar places like mine, it might be to places of architecture, places of work, places of greenery, places of camping, places of fishing, whatever interests you, whatever fulfills that emotional, spiritual soul that you are. Travel. In Kannada, my native tongue, my mother tongue, we have a saying called Desha Suttu Kosha Odu, meaning to say, roam, travel as much as you can. In fact, roam the whole country. But Kosha Odu, Kosha here meaning library, meaning to say, read as much as possible. Okay, Kosha actually means a particular volume. Okay, you have many volumes of many books, so read volumes and travel the length and breadth. Well, I don't know how much of a reader I have been. I try to read my best. I buy a lot of books. I don't know how much I read. Part of my books also have been travel itineraries and books, but I do travel. I do travel. Maybe not very frequently. My work doesn't allow me to travel very frequently also. But whenever there is an opportunity to travel, I do travel. To be very honest, I'll take this opportunity and travel one of my dearest friends, a classmate of mine from school called Dr. Rachana. She made a trip to the same places that I'm seeing today. And when I saw her photographs on Facebook, the social media platform, it started burning that long cherished dream that I had not come here for some time. I actually come to these places once every couple of years for religious and spiritual purposes, but I had not come here as a plain tourist, and it had been quite some time. So I just spoke to my family, made up some plans, drew a safe bubble around us, and here we are there. You can see I have a mask in hand. We have been sanitizing ourselves. We are seeing that people are not so uh, clear about security reasons, about security protocols over here, COVID-19 protocols. But nevertheless, people are very warm, friendly. We have been keeping safe with ourselves, and we are having a gala time. I'm getting so much time to bond with my family, and that's teaching me as to what their year has been. Because this has been a year where I have spent so much time with my mother, with my wife. My wife is also working professional. We have been living under the same roof, practically working in the same room, but we have hardly gotten to spend quality time to discuss so many of these things. And that's exactly what travel does to you. Frees up your mind so that you can talk all that you want, and you can realize what a beautiful person you are living with. Okay, so those are my thoughts about travel. I would encourage all of you to pick up your travel tickets. If you love driving, go on the drive that you want. If you don't like driving, book that bus ticket or air ticket or train ticket, whatever your favorite mode of transport is. Get on that locomotive and start traveling. Okay, just travel, guys. Just travel. Travel actually is magic. Travel is magic, and it gives you so much more than what probably seeing YouTube or others' travels experiences will give you. That's only a snapshot. That should be only your inspiration to travel. But go and do the real thing. Go and just do it. Yes, that's Nike. Nike, I'm branding you over here. Just do it. All right. So another day, another video. This is video number 20. I'm signing off from. Let me give the bearing on this. This is called Kanakagiri. Kanakagiri. It's about 25 kilometers from Gangavati Taluk. Okay. It's about 40 kilometers, from 40 to 50 kilometers from Hospet or Hampi as we know it. And I'm standing in this temple. You can see the temple in my background. It's an amazing architectural temple. Okay, it's a temple dedicated to the lion god in the Hindu mythology called as Narasimha, and that's my little one in the background. He's making a lot of noise over there. Okay, chalo. I'll say bye, and I'll see you on another day, day number 21, with a very interesting topic that I already have in mind for. Bye bye. Take care.